Hey YouTubers, Steven here. How's everybody doing? Well, guess what I'm doing? As you can see, I'm snowshoeing. So I thought I'd film a little update video while we're going for a little stroll through the woods. I have a few rabbit snares set up in here, and I've got one so far. There's lots of rabbit tracks around. So, how's everybody doing? Today it's, I think the temperature is minus 10 degrees Celsius. With the wind chill it's minus 20, but it's pretty good down here in the woods. It's not so bad, but I've had a bit of snow around. So I was down here yesterday without the snowshoes, and I figured, no, I'm bringing them today. It's a lot easier walking with them. But in brewing, I did brew a batch of beer, a winter ale, and I did film some footage. Here it is here. Hey YouTubers, Steven here. How's everybody doing? Alright, so I've decided what I'm going to do for my all grain. I'm going to use some Pearl hops and some Cascade hops in a winter warmer. It's going to be a 32 liter batch. I was going to do a 40 liter batch, but I decided I'd stick with the 32 for now. We've got some good stuff in it. 2-row pale malt, Munich malt, some Carapils, Crystal Malt 120, and some Victory malt. And the hop's not too much. It's about 3 ounces of Pearl and 3 ounces of Cascade. So the water's almost up to temperature for boil. I figured everyone's seen a mash-in, right? So no sense going over that. This one was a little different. I was planning on doing my mash-in last night and doing my boil today, and I saw that from Sammy, the thrifty brewer. So I did try it in a sense, if you will. I set my mash this morning at 11:15, and I knew I had to go out and do a few things. Knew I wasn't going to be back in an hour's time. So what I did was I figured, what the hey, I'll let it go, and let's just see what happens. Well, when I got home, it was 3:30 when I started to do my my drain off for my batch sparge. So, but I have to say, my cooler was still 142 Fahrenheit when before I opened the lid. I just left the probe stuck inside. So, anywho's, for our first hop addition on this is going to be a 1.4 ounces of Pearl hops, and they smell good. Yummy. So, anywho, I'm just a few degrees off from our first hop addition. I'm just starting to get a little bit of a hot break now. I'm just going to give this a little stir just so that the colder wort at the bottom gets a chance to come up and will rise. And but as soon as I get some boiling activity, I'm going to throw in the hops, and I'm going to throw on the new hood. As you can see behind me, I picked this up off of Kijiji. It's another neat thing that I saw on Sammy's channel, the Thrifty Brewer. He has his vented along the wall and out a window, and I just happen to be able to have a window here. So yeah, once this gets boiling, we'll put this on. This does a really good job in here for steam. Hopefully the cold air outside, right now I think it's like minus 14 degrees Celsius. Hopefully that's not going to be pushing back in the room, but you know what? We'll deal with it. So we'll check back with you in a little bit. So my oldest son Steven happened to come by for a little visit, and of course it's the first time you've seen me brewing an all grain, so he had lots of questions, and well, time went by and I didn't film the rest of it. But I'm going to keg the 32 liter batch. Actually, I'm going to use 2 kegs for it, split it up, and and get that ready for drinking. And let's see. Oh, and with this selfie stick, I have a new setup that I just thought of. I have a tripod out in the shed that I used in the shed, but I needed a nut for the handle so that I could tighten, you know, the up and down of the camera. So I asked my son-in-law to be Daniel if he was up for a little challenge. I told him where all my spare nuts and bolts and everything were kept in the shed. Showed him the part because I needed a nut to fit this hole perfectly so that the handle would also be able to grip it, because I couldn't push it all the way through. So 15-20 minutes later he came in, big grin on his face. He got it. So now I'm going to be able to use my cell phone and my video camera, so when I'm filming things I'll be able to film an above view and a straight on view, so I can make my videos a little more complex and have some fun with it at the same time. But yeah, so the first couple of snares, there wasn't anything in them. I don't see any fresh rabbit tracks either, but I cleaned them all out yesterday and reset them. But this is just for fun, you know. I like rabbits too, and getting out every day checking my snares is a good exercise for me, so I really shouldn't complain. And that was actually my last snare. Woods are so beautiful in the wintertime, you know, with all the white and everything. I prefer green. Alright, now that I'm all turned around, it's funny how quick checking snares can be. When you're talking away, so I'm going to make a video on making an alcohol stove. I've made a few, so you know, a few little mistakes along the way, and the last one that I made worked out great, but I didn't film it. I'm going to film this one and share with you what I've learned worked for me anyways, and what didn't. I'll go into more detail on the video. No sense boring you now and then hearing it twice, right? But plan on making beaver tails. I tried it once. There was a few mistakes that I made, you know, I didn't quite have enough of this and enough of that because we were running low, so have all the ingredients. So I plan on making that tonight as a little treat. But yeah, this is a great little hike in the woods. I better save some of this battery because I'm going to need it for tonight. Alright, so I hope you're all doing well, and hopefully you're getting outside, enjoying some nature, fresh air. I mean, honestly, I think I get right antsy to get outside now. I'm working in an office, and I just feel so refreshed when I get home. But I suppose enough of the preaching, right? Shut up, get on with it. Alright folks, well, I hope you're having a good day, and I hope things are going well for you. And until next time, we'll catch you later. Cheers. 17.